Good afternoon. My name is, students, faculty, colleagues, feel free to take a seat. Good afternoon. My name is Robert Legue. I'm the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the commencement exercises for the Master's graduating class of 2019. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and acknowledge the Triton Brass Quintet performing the music for this 2019 Masters ceremony. Thanks to Andrew Mareshi on trumpet, Marilyn Boone on trumpet, Bob Marlot on French horn, Hans Boone on trombone, and Angel Subero on bass trombone. The quintet, thank you. The quintet performed an original composition, Ancora, composed by one of our Berklee Global Jazz graduate students, Luke Norris. So please join me in acknowledging them. Joining me on stage are leaders of the college and our master's programs, who will be introduced later as our ceremony proceeds. But it is now my pleasure to introduce the president of Berklee College of Music, Roger Brown.
I want to welcome you all here and congratulate you and just tell you a short story that I hope will be illuminating and inspiring. So in 1985 and 86, my wife and I were the founding directors of the Save the Children Refugee Relief Program in Sudan. Sudan is the largest country in Africa. It's the hottest country in the world. It gets about 2 inches of annual rainfall. It probably wouldn't exist as a country, but the Nile River flows right through it. And the entire East Africa, northern East Africa, had suffered a 100-year drought and famine. So bad that the cost of grain, most people lived on sorghum, had skyrocketed and was like 10 times as expensive as it used to be. And the price you could get for lamb or camel meat or beef had plummeted so that it was practically free. So people had their savings in livestock, which was decimated, and they couldn't even afford to buy grain to live on. So we went there to try to do something about this, and we worked very closely with a man named Hassan Jabril. He was the governor of this part of Sudan called Waba, which is in the middle of the country between Darfur, which you've heard of, and Khartoum. The population was about 350,000 people. And we worked very closely with him, and we tried to get food to people who were literally starving to death, but we tried to bring it to where they lived as opposed to have them come into big cities, which causes all sorts of dislocation and public health issues. And when rain finally does come again, people are in the wrong place and they can't cultivate crops. About 5 years after this effort, Hassan, who we had worked with, who was a very, very devout, honorable man, one of the most amazing people I've ever worked with, was invited to come to the Kennedy School at Harvard to give a presentation about what it was like to try to be the governor of a region through this horrible famine. And he came and he gave a beautiful talk. One of the things he said that was very sobering is that when my wife and I walked into his office, he viewed us as an answer to the prayers he had made to Allah to help his people. So it's a very sobering thing to think of yourself as the answer to someone else's prayers. But working together, we had done quite a good job saving, I think, 20 to 30,000 lives by UN calculations in this part of the country. As we left Harvard, we were driving along Memorial Drive. Do you all know where that is? And you could see Harvard University behind you, Boston University across the river to your right, MIT to your left. You could see the gold dome of the State House gleaming in the summer sun, Charles River with sailboats and even a few windsurfers on it. And Hassan had never been out of the Sudan, and he had only been to Khartoum twice in his life. And the part of the country he lived in had no paved highway, People largely got around on camel. So they were living the way they had been living for hundreds of years. So I imagined that seeing the city of Boston would make quite an impression on him. So I said, Hassan, what do you think of this city? And he hesitated for about a minute, and he said, your ancestors have been very busy. So your ancestors, the creators of the legacy of jazz, your musical ancestors, the people who've created the industry that we think of as the music industry, the people who've created the tools we use to make music, they've been very busy. And you're taking the baton from them, and they're counting on you to carry this tradition forward so that 50 years from now or 100 years from now, when there's a class of students here, they will say, our ancestors have been very busy, and they'll mean you. And you're not going to do it alone. So let me just share one more thing with you. I love this. It goes, the ancient redwood trees of Northern California, huge as they are, have very shallow root systems. Yet they cannot be blown over by the strongest wind. The secret of their stability is the interweaving of each tree's roots with those that stand by it. Thus, a vast network of support is formed just beneath the surface. In the wildest storms, these trees hold each other up. When you choose to be a musician, you're choosing to enter a field with some wild storms. And you want to honor your ancestors who've been very busy and who've created this music, and you want to do it by staying together and helping one another and interweaving your roots together so that you're much stronger as a team as you could ever be alone. So big congratulations. We're proud of you. We're wishing you all the best. We hope you'll come back often and let us know all the wonderful and beautiful things you're doing. And it's an honor to have gotten to know you just a little bit this past year. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. On this day, we celebrate the work of the 11 postgraduate fellows, the 19 Global Jazz Institute, and the 19 Berklee Online graduate students who make up the class of 2019 in the Master of Music Contemporary Performance Global Jazz, the Master of Music in Music Production, and the Master of Arts in Music Business. The 49 students we honor today come from 17 different countries, many of whose family and friends are here with us today. Many others are watching us on the internet as this event is being live streamed. Whether you are with us physically or virtually, welcome. We are excited that you can share in this momentous occasion. Following the ceremony, we will have an opportunity to celebrate with the students at the reception that will take place in room 401 on the 4th floor of this building. We hope you all can join us. I now call your attention to a group very important for our students' success: the executive leadership, academic leaders, faculty, and administrative support staff who provide the education at Berklee and who have helped guide students through their graduate study over the past year. It is a group of talented and dedicated people that I'm very proud to work with every day. Their achievements in industry and in academia speak for themselves, and they are held in the highest regard as performers, composers, educators, and leaders. Their commitment to the students and the students' future is profound. Faculty, administration, and staff, please stand and be recognized. Graduates, family, and friends, please join me in thanking them for their dedication.
Hi, I'm Karen Nuremberg, Vice President of Academic Strategy and Dean of Berklee Online, and I want to welcome the inaugural class of Master's students from Berklee Online, both Master of Arts students in Music Business and Master of Music students in Music Production. And I want to wish you a heartfelt congratulations for arriving at this point. I know the past year has probably been intense and grueling for you as you've balanced family, work, and the challenging courses, but you've done it. You're here, and I can't wait to give you your diploma. I also want to congratulate the Global Jazz Master students for their phenomenal success, and I encourage each of you to collaborate with each other. Not only do we have amazing performers here, but we have amazing producers and business minds, and I hope that in getting to know each other today, you could set the stage for future collaborations. So I want to wish you the best of success, and I know that you will shape your communities, the industry, and the world at large in incredibly positive ways. And I want to encourage you to stay engaged with Berklee too. You're part of the family. Congratulations, class of 2019.
The most meaningful thing I got out of going to Berklee and doing this master's degree was I left with a great network of people that I got to learn alongside, and it's almost more like a family than it is just like a group of students.
Getting my master's degree from Berklee College of Music means that I'm educated by one of the greatest music schools in the world, which is so incredible to say.
It has been an honor and a privilege to be part of this wonderful school.
I am very pleased now to welcome to the podium our Vice President for Academic Strategy, Karen Nurnberg.
So it's great to be here in person to celebrate with all of you, the graduating class of 2019. While we have seen the incredible talent of the Global Jazz graduates on display over the past few days with their culminating experience presentations and in last night's performance, the brilliance of the business and production graduates has been on display throughout the year through video conferences, online messaging, and digital files showcasing their research, analysis, writing, recording, mixing, and more. We have this brief moment in time together in person to celebrate you, but I want you to know that you inspire our faculty, our staff, and our leadership. Now, I want to say a few words about our Berklee Online graduates and what they have accomplished in addition to their master's degree. They have founded companies in entertainment, digital marketing, data analytics, and clothing. They have worked in A&R, earned a law degree in addition to the master's degree, served our country for over 20 years, including performing for the U.S. Army Field Band, performed in dueling piano and comedy shows, and worked as a professional producer, touring musician, music journalist, and recording and mix engineer. And one thing that I find incredibly powerful is that we also have 3 teachers who are graduating. Michael from Community College of Aurora in Colorado, Julio from Jacksonville State University in Alabama, and Jonathan from Pellissippi State Community College in Tennessee. Berklee Online was founded to increase access to high-quality music education, and through your great work, you are doing the same and making the world a better place in the process. So Global Jazz graduates, get to know your peers at the reception and vice versa. And I know Danilo and Marco are going to be speaking shortly, but I just wanted to share that through a colleague of ours who has get-togethers to race slot cars, I met Alonzo and a few other students, and I remember thinking to myself, these Global Jazz students are an enlightened group of young people, far more than I was at their age, and it gave me tremendous hope. So Global Jazz graduates, I know you're going to have a tremendously positive impact on the world as well. So in closing, I want to say a heartfelt congratulations to you all, and thank you too to your loved ones for supporting you on this journey. I look forward to following the greatness in front of you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure now to introduce the Dean of the Professional Performance Division. Please join me in welcoming Ron Savage to the podium.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, come on. Good afternoon, everyone. Excellent, excellent. I'm so happy to be here to greet you and offer you a few words of encouragement. I want to say congratulations to all the graduates, and especially if you're graduating from Berklee for the first time, welcome to the family of alums. It's a tremendous group to be a part of, and I look forward to all that you have to offer. And I also want to say congratulations and thank you to the families and the loved ones and the supporters, because without you, this would not be possible. So give yourselves a round of applause. So I would like to offer just a few words of encouragement and advice And I've been told to keep it short or else there's a hook that's coming from the side of the stage and take care of business. But I'd like to offer you some advice that has been some of the most astute advice I received in my life. And it came from the person who I know to be the smartest and wisest man I've ever met, and that's my father. And so I know you're thinking, oh, no parent stories. We're trying to grow up and get away from that. But this is something that I think you'll find valuable. And just to give you a little backdrop on my father, who's 85 and still doing well, my father left home at 9 to support his family in the Jim Crow South. He served in 2 branches of the military, the Air Force and the Army. After some turbulent times, he settled down and ran a small business for over 30 years that sent me and my siblings and half of our neighborhood through college. And so he did all this on a grade school education. So I'm going to give you the advice that he gave me. And it's a bit of a paradox, so you're going to have to bear with me for a minute. And I asked him a question when I was starting to grow older and make my way in the world. I said, how will I know what people will think about me when I go out into the world? I'm from a small town. How will I know what people think about me? And my father was a man of few words, and I knew by this time that often what he didn't say was the most important part of whatever he was going to say, if that makes sense. That's the paradox part of it. Like, he would say one thing, but it's the parts that he left out that he wanted you to think about and really take to heart. So I said, well, how will I know? And he said, well, you'll know how people feel about you by the way that they treat you. Now, it seems pretty logical, right? You know, if someone loves you, they show you love. If someone doesn't love you, they don't show you any love, right? But what was more important is what he was trying to tell me is people will know me by how I treat them. Does that make sense? People will know me by how, so that's the advice I want to give you. The world will know you by how you treat it. Your community will know you by how you treat it. Your neighbors, your family, your spouses, your partners, those who are marginalized, those who don't have a voice, they will know you. Your audience will know you by how you treat it. So you have a superpower in your hands, the power of music. So I just want you, in the same line of what Roger was talking about, leaving something for your descendants, I want to encourage you to use your superpower, your musical superpower, your gifts and your talents to help heal the world. Because we are in a world that is in need of healing. And that's my advice to you. The world will know you by how you treat it. So I want to wish you the best of success. I look forward to seeing what you all have to offer, and congratulations again. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the artistic director of the Berklee Global Jazz Institute, Danilo Perez.
I like it. Wow, how do you follow that? I like that. It's like taking a solo. Carnival was asking those questions of them. Train, play a solo. We'll try to follow it. I want to thank the executive leadership, academic leader, faculty, the support staff, the administrative support staff. Thanks to my brother, the BJI manager, Marco Pignataro. Our terrific, fearless artist faculty, Terry Lynn Carrington, George Garçon, John Patitucci, Joe Lovano, Ben Street, Adam Cruz, Jerry Leake, Alan Chase, Bruno Raver, Chase Morris, Lihi Harubi, Patricia Sara de Perez, Lefteris Cordes, and if I left anybody out, please forgive me. A special mention to our fellows, Chloe, Bryson, and Faraya Malek. They did an incredible job. And to our graduate student, Neri Sidon. Congratulations to all of you. It's been an honor working together. Today we're celebrating a day that brings together students from the Master of Music and Contemporary Performance with a concentration in global jazz with a student from the online Master of Business program for the first time on campus. Please make sure that you introduce yourself. You never know. That might be your next manager or your next agent. A fruitful collaboration may arise of that. So just make sure you get to know each other. That's very important. I think it's the first time we're all coming together from the master program. It's been a great year for the Berklee Global Jazz Institute. Very rewarding for me personally. These projects that I heard, there was a couple of nights that I couldn't sleep, just really feeling it. You guys have been able to create a project that have a great artistic and pedagogical value. Also want to express my gratitude personally because you challenged me to use my creative skills and expand my own concepts in my workshop. For example, remember the collage homework. Reminded me that our life and what we do is a process that no one can put it in a box. So if we tune into that fact, we realize that everything we play and write is a work in progress. From our experience together, let's never forget the first and most important thing as a musician and as a human being. Our call of, yes. And this goes beyond the global jazz. This is for the master in business too. Our call of duty is number one. That changes takes time. It begins with a nearly imperceptible launch and then gains momentum. The first rule is to realize true change takes time. When we begin doing intentional positive activities, the expectation should be for a gradual change. Yes, the intervention should initiate a process, but it is the regularity of the intervention that will make the difference. Many of you came with our first talk about zero gravity. I just saw that question mark, and you came with this question. What is this for? And I said, and the answer is, you go, yes, we got it. It's more questions. And now I have the answer, and it is more questions than before. Now I'm feeling, after seeing all this project, that you are leaving, you change what is for. What is this for? For something more interesting to me, which is, what if? Don't ever forget that. Keep it with you, because you were able to find some answers this year, or more questions that are driving you and driving the purpose of your mission in life. 3, notice and allow the changes. Recognition that change is on the way is important. To acknowledge this means to accept that the new activities and experience will take time to adjust it. And the last and most important, be the change. I side up with what just being mentioned by our president and our dean of performance. Be the change, as Wayne Shorter told me once. Play and compose music the way you want the world to be like. He was referring to the idea that more than mastering your instrument is about mastering our life, because that is what we're going to be playing. Exactly. Let's keep practicing zero gravity, fear training, improvising. Let's practice this to not only play better our instrument, but become an instrument of change. We must not forget our responsibility and get involved. Turn mistakes into opportunities, and don't be afraid of the unknown, as change is the only constant in life. Make yourself available for those who are in need. And this is for me too, and for all of us. Let your ego at home when you go up and play music. I gotta think about that. Never miss a chance to connect with people, We all know that it is a divided time in our country, and we need music to help us heal. Let's lift each other up and celebrate every moment with music and love. Never forget the symbol of tree, the mystery of life, and the universe and the music. Music is a universal experience, not just a universal language. Jazz is a process more than a genre. Don't buy this that we play a style. We don't play a style. We play a way of behavior. Why? Play what you wish for. Play a dream. Play your instrument like you are conducting an orchestra and go beyond the lines of duty. Let's go for it. Let's go for all the universe or none. What I will be. Last night when I went back after hearing all of you, I'm telling you, you guys kept me going. Oh my, I feel like I'm human when I feel this opportunity to feel and see, challenging us with ideas and projects. I went home and I was thinking, wow, I had to share it with somebody very special in my life, one of my mentors, one of my greatest mentors, the great Wayne Shorter. And I wrote, Wayne, you won't believe what's happening. The spaceship left. The mission is on. I'm seeing the light in the darkness. That's it. And this morning I hear a famous sound from the cell phone. Pling. And I look. And for this part, I would like to bring one of our fellows to read a personal message that he sent for you. Please welcome Faraya Malik.
Congratulations on your leap into a future which allows you to transcend what is generally expected of you in this unstable society. The paths you take may present challenges which are, in essence, opportunities for life-expanding adventure, beginning with Once Upon a Time. Go for it. See you in the future, Wayne Shorter.
Thank you very much, Faraya. Now I would like to present our Managing Director, Marco Pignataro, and we're going to award the Matt Marvello Award this year.
Good afternoon, and I'm going to go off the script for a second before I move to the Matt Marvello Student Award to tell you from the bottom of my heart with all sincerity, congratulations for this beautiful year. It's been, for me, an incredibly beautiful experience to share time with you, to travel with you, and to come to the end and see what you guys put together. And I want to say something in a day that is already so incredibly poignant, full of emotion. What better wish we have for the future for you, that in the day that you graduate, another global baby was born. And I want to have a big warm applause for Tarek Rentisi for being here. His girl was born this morning. What a better way to send you off. The promise of life. Thank you. The Matt Marvello Student of the Year Award recognizes a student who demonstrates a high level of musical and academic accomplishment, a commitment to bettering the world through music, and who exemplify creativity, generosity, integrity, professionalism, and service orientation. This award honors a great Berklee leader and an instrumental figure in the development of the Berklee Global Jazz Institute, our late Dean, Matt Marvello, who we sadly lost 2 years ago. Matt was an extraordinary musician, a visionary administrator, who contributed to our program in an invaluable way. Above all, Matt was a dear friend of all of us, and we miss him every day. Upon an exhaustive review of the yearly performance of the top candidates for this prestigious award, I'm very happy to announce that the BGJI faculty has unanimously selected not one, but 2 winners this year, as they both equally and fully deserve this honor. The winner of the 2019 Marvello Award are vocalist, composer, and educator Malwina Masternak from Poland, Oriental flute, ney player, composer, and music therapist Fares Hishak from Palestine. Their experience at the BGI has been one of true discovery and transformation, and they both indeed exemplify creativity, generosity, integrity, professionalism, and service orientation. Malwina wonderful community experience project, Bridges of Notes, and Fares community experience project, Tripolarity, also beautifully embodied the interconnective goal of the Institute, showcasing their creativity as gifted composer, performer, music therapist, and future educators. Please give a warm round of applause to Malwina and Fares for this well-deserved recognition of the talent and work. Please come up on stage.
Thank you, Marco. We will now have the opportunity to honor all of the members of this Berklee Global Jazz Institute graduating class of 2019 and a special video salute produced by our fantastic audiovisual team. I now invite you to sit back and enjoy this video presentation of the Berklee Global Jazz Institute class of 2019.
One of the things that I love about the Berklee Global Jazz Master's Program is that because it's a small group, we actually get to know each other and it really feels more like a family. Each person brings their own unique voice and we all come together to make music and learn from each other.
So there's this state of being that I think I'm going to bring into the world. This kind of freedom, the ethical values of the program is what I'm going to bring later in my life.
Danilo would come and put us in these really uncomfortable positions, or he would scatter the drums all over the room and I would have to play. That kind of takes you out of your comfort zone and really make you think of every note you're playing rather than just being on autopilot.
BGI is a special space where people of different cultures can meet. Everybody is so unique and everybody has unique experience and abilities, skills, cultural background. This is a place that we can share those unique features.
One of the musical skills that I've learned is that the most pure form of improvisation is really leaving your ego and leaving all expectations behind in that moment and going into what Danilo and Wayne Shorter call zero gravity. which is really everything is suspended in that moment.
This year I got to go to the Dominican Republic, and one of the most memorable experiences I had was playing music at the Mustard Seed Foundation. I came back from that experience reminded of the power of music and how important it is as artists to understand that.
Danilo's foundation, it's made such an impact in Panama. It's so tangible.
We have outreach programs. We perform in elderly houses. We perform in the prisons. And this made me think so much what is the most important for us artists. I also want to do social work.
The musical outreach events have really helped me solidify that music can impact people's lives directly.
When I entered the Institute, I was a totally different person. I didn't believe in myself. Danilo and Marco had a really hard job with me to make me, the person that I am now, because I'm really grateful for that.
A life skill that I've learned is to be a conduit for change in the musical world and also in the educational world, especially with issues regarding people coming from different cultures, females in jazz and females in music, really instilling equity and equality and being inclusive to everyone.
Dear Berklee Global Jazz Institute class of 2019, what an amazing year this has been. I feel beyond inspired to have seen you grow so much during the whole year, to have traveled with some of you, to have played with some of you, but especially to have witnessed every single day your commitment to your education, your commitment to the program, your commitment to your music. As you go around the world being BJJ ambassador and spreading our values and spreading your music, I really hope that you will always stay in touch with us and never forget that this is your own. Congratulations.
With everything you've learned here at the Berklee Global Jazz Institute, I hope you continue the philosophy, which is when you have a gift, you have a responsibility in this world. The responsibility to redirect humanity towards a positive direction. With all that gift, all that talent, you can do a lot of great things in this world. You believe it, you do it, be kind to others, keep studying, keep open, and you will make the great changes that this world needs towards a better society.
I now ask that the registrar, Jeffrey Kinnaman, please come forward for the presentation of the candidates and degrees. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Janine Cowan, a faculty member in film scoring and the Global Jazz program, as well as former Vice President for Academic Affairs, who will introduce our Postmasters Fellowship recipients. And now, will the marshals please prepare the candidates for conferral?
During the past academic year, we had on the Boston campus 11 Postmasters Fellows, Masters 2018 graduates who were selected through a rigorous application process to spend a year in Boston, assisting the graduate programs and other areas of the institution and working on their own research and creative projects. The recipients of the Postmasters Fellowship Certificate are Chloe Louise Brisson, Blade Guigny, Rose Elizabeth Hegeley, Farai Sophia Malik, Naomi Westwater Weeks, Sofia Zlatanova, It is now my honor to recognize the graduate students who have been selected to serve as Postmasters Fellows for the coming year. Next year, there will be 12 Postmasters Fellows on the Boston campus and 11 on the Valencia campus. All graduates of master's programs from the Boston Berklee College, Boston Conservatory at Berklee, and the Berklee College Valencia campus are eligible. These students will be working on their individual creative projects while also providing service to the college. They are not all present today, but please join me in congratulating Patrick Cleveland, Nicholas Guerrera, Robert Glade, Ama Elamasi, Megan Gaudet, Zoe Jelinas, Matthew Maxwell, Marcus Schenk, Xavery Scott, Brianna Tagliaferro, Isaiah Whitesides, and Shannon Williams. If you are present, please stand up and be recognized.
I now ask Karen Nurnberg, Vice President for Academic Strategy, to come forward to greet the graduates of the Master of Music degree in Music Production and the Master of Arts degree in Music Business.
The candidates for the Master of Music degree in Music Production are Julio Cesar Barreto, Sam Galerinter, Aaron Patrick Lynn Moynihan, Ronald J. Strayhorn. The candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Music Business are Kayla Heffernan, Jasanka Illick, William J. Little, David Pinter, Maxwell Dean Preissner, Patrick Timmons.
I now ask Danilo Perez, Artistic Director of the Global Jazz Institute, and Marco Pignataro, Managing Director of the Global Jazz Institute, to come forward to greet the graduates of the Master of Music degree in Contemporary Performance, Global Jazz Concentration.
The candidates for the Master of Music degree in Contemporary Performance, Global Jazz Concentration are Hosanna Jaira Kakawan Kalo, Agnieszka Derlak, Nicholas Guerrero, Ferris Isaac, Benjamin Jafta, Jacob Jezero, Alexander Johnson, Connor Kent, Malvina Masternek, Jacob Means, Jody Michael, Luke Norris, Tarek Rantizi, Alonzo Ryan. Tomer Sadot. Jose Soto. Grzegorz Boldarczyk. Noe Zagroen. Neria Zidane.
Faculty, staff, family, friends, and distinguished guests, please join me in a hearty congratulations to the newest master's degree graduates of Berklee College of Music, the class of 2019. Graduates, you may now, if you wish, move your tassels from the right side to the left. Congratulations. Friends and family, please wait for the stage party, the students and the faculty to exit before you exit yourselves. Then please join us for a reception up on the 4th floor. Thanks again for joining us today, and again, congratulations to the class of 2019.